So Suicide Squad released, and it's basically a follow-up from the earlier Arkham games and that one awful game that preceded it or was before it, where you basically play as Batman sidekicks, and that one was also trying to be, I believe, a looter shooter or what or looter something, looter brawler. And to no one's surprise, it didn't work out. At least not to my surprise. I wasn't surprised, dude, because it seems like companies nowadays are just like trying to bastardize anything remotely like enjoyable that you used to have in your childhood, and that was supposed to remain constant, right? Everything's pretty much going a or turning woke, and then they're wondering why they're losing profits on it, or a lot of people will rage on it, much like Bud Light and that whole situation of, oh well, we never thought it would succeed. We were trying to be hip and cool and young, and I'm like, why didn't y'all just try to be, iconic? Why didn't you just try to be yourselves instead of to follow the norm? Because dude, the real trendsetters are the one that innovate, not the ones that follow up on styles and grooves. But anyway, with the release of Suicide Squad, it's just, oh god, dude, it's just so painful to watch because, and I'm gonna show little clips. The one thing that was really sticking out to me was the voice actor for Harley Quinn, which I don't know. A lot of people might have not liked the way she looked. For me, I don't care. Look, I don't care if she's skimpy or not. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Fine. I don't care. For me, the bigger thing was like, does Harley Quinn sound like Harley Quinn? And her voice acting just sounded so exhausting throughout the whole thing. It just sounded like the voice actor by herself was like just tired of everything, like just exhausted to be there. Like, and you'll notice that from Harley Quinn's earlier voice.
That old loony actually thinks he runs this place. Talk about crazy. Well, bad places to go. Get it, boys. If he gets up, knock him down, but not too rough. Mr. J needs him at the party.
Deadshot song. You ain't got no self-preservation, Quinn. I had to be there. Or alive. Anywho, I'll be there in a Gotham minute.
Where she used to be all bubbly and whatnot, and not like in the show, but more like in the game, or in the first three games, where she was really like trying to be like this, big bad person and whatnot, but she ended up falling flat, right? But still, you could kind of feel that in her voice that she was like, she was trying to be this big thing and was made out to be a joke in the most part, and I wasn't really against her being like, a bigger deal in Suicide Squad, because I love the second movie, at least to a point, right? Because it does make really cool, like, kind of show to see someone who was always under the heel of an evil person trying to make it out on their own and try to like survive on their own, despite being like part of a team. You're just trying to branch out and not be that person you were before, and kind of like have growth on that. But this game really is not that. It's unfortunately more of a Harley Quinn trying to like sound cool, be this cool like badass girl, and she turns out to be like this disgusting edge. It's not like the edge where you're pushing the boundaries on something. It's the edge where you're more of a teen trying to be like, hey, don't tell me what to do, mom.
What did I tell ya? I'm no one's sidekick.
That type of thing. Like, you're trying to be that teen where you're trying to basically I don't know, just show off something that literally no one wants to get behind. And the growth is so disgusting. It's just unreal. Following that, it's following like the whole situation there. The way they treat some of these heroes is just also disgusting to me. I couldn't get behind it. Look, I get it. The game is called Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. Fine, dude. That's a fine premise. I think a lot of people bought that to actually see, you know, what is behind that whole story, and they also believed in Rocksteady. However, most of Rocksteady's like OG dev team have left. They're not there anymore. So trying to expect anything from those guys is gonna be a, you know, you're not gonna hit the mark on that. Unfortunately, right? Unfortunately, that's not what you guys are gonna get. But you know, people did try to get the game, or did get the game. And they did try to see a whole perspective on that situation, and I commend y'all for actually like trying to see something new and trying to like give it a chance, right? A lot of streamers and gamers, you know, that did give this game a honest hard college try, right? Uh, I commend y'all for it, but to be honest, like there's a bunch of reviews on it that's just like the gameplay is amazing. It's like,
oh boys. Oh dude, I'm playing this like Arkham still.
There's nobody to play patty kick with me.
bro, did you actually watch the gameplay? Like I've seen the gameplay from most of like these different Twitch streamers, like from good streamers that were honestly giving a hot, you know, good take on it, and it's just like, dude, I'm trying to give everything I got on it. The melee's mad, the combat, I enjoy the combat. Alright, fine, you enjoy the combat, you know, like it looks boring to me, but you know, if you enjoy it, then it can't be that bad. To streamers that were like saying, oh man, the combat is dog water, and that's how I feel, because for me it was like the melee system, which Arkham has always been known for, is just fleshed out, and it's just a third-person shooter where they basically, like, I guess they're trying to rip off Fortnite Borderlands, because the UI looks like a hybrid of that, where they constantly, you know, have these skills and things you upgrade. This looks like a copy and paste of Borderlands skill tree, like legit. 3 Borderlands skill trees, pick which one you want to invest in. That like are literally like Borderlands, where you like, okay, you have to do this trait and tick off these boxes before you get a damage boost, and then you have to do this, a dodge attack, and then you get this damage boost, and then you have to do this, and then you get iframes from it, and it's just like, oh my god, it's exhausting, dude. Who wants to play like a micromanaging sim? Borderlands 1, I had no issue with Borderlands, by the way. I like Borderlands 1 the most. For me, a lot of people will vouch for Borderlands 2. I'm definitely the outcast of that, just because I really love Borderlands 1 for it trying to be different and push a different edge narrative to it, instead of being just some random looter shooter and following up on Borderlands 3 and what trash that ended up being. And anyway, so like I'm definitely with the crowd that didn't like the game simply because of all the BS that they try to like push in, following by like the whole woke narrative, which has always been tearing up games, from your favorite games such as Saints Row all the way to Spider-Man. And then of course, what did you think? Go woke, get woke, go broke again with the Suicide Squad.
We could set aside our baser instincts. They've solved so many of our society's ills: broken democracy, lagging technology, toxic masculinity.
Slept with a guy once who had this little yappy dog. Way less annoying than you.
And of course, we have the "We welcome all heroes" flag. But no, people are gonna still tell me, nah, it's not get woke. It's not get woke, go broke. Oh, it's not right. It's not people trying to push an agenda and like working out the gameplay, throwing it out the window in service of sending a message. No, it's always just some sort of like idea that, oh, it's because these CEO companies that they'll follow up with what they want to do and blah 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 blah. Okay, so then tell me, why did Sucker Punch's most of their OG dev team that made the good game, right? Why did they leave? Oh, maybe it was in protest to seeing that the BS that they were going to get attached to wasn't going to be good, right? That's one thing that really kind of like set off a red flag for me as well. It's like, okay, so most of the OG dev team is left, and all you got is just these people that are trying to send a message. We're trying to prove, like with Harley Quinn, like, guys, I don't really, okay, for me, I don't care about her outfit, but her buns and her whole like tonal message just.
Boys, real retro
screams like there's nothing like redeemable about her. Like maybe they'll make a couple of jokes that are good here and there, but most of it's just like dirty ass sex jokes that are bottom of the barrel, and you're like, Salty, maybe it's just not in your taste. Alright, dude, how easy is it to make a sex joke? This game is hard. Guess what else is hard? Like, literally, that is what you get out of all these games, and it's trash, dude. It is trash. It's low-hanging fruit that anyone can make. And laughing at that crap, well, it's like, it's fun to do, like, at like, a modest amount of times. Like, hey, you know, you just hang out with your buds and you bust one out. Constant, like, jokes like that are riffing on, like, the situation. And well, not even the situational, they're just kind of like just hitting the safe joke, right? They're hitting the safe joke box because you can't be, you know, you can't say this, you can't say that, but by gosh, you make a joke about someone's ding dong, or you make a joke about the size of someone, you know, libido, or you make a joke about someone's booty or whatever. Oh, that's all 100% fine because that doesn't. You know, everybody loves big boobs and big D's, right? So it's like, it's hitting safe marks everywhere. The whole thing behind Suicide Squad is, what I really was interested in was the fact that you had a racist, almost racist Australian. I was like, okay, so you guys aren't trying to follow the narrative.
Isn't Deadshot supposed to be white? Aren't you supposed to be shutting your damn mouth?
Followed by that same racist Australian being literally the butt of all jokes in every single situation. The black character is literally like so watered down. There's no coolness fact. Dude, he's Deadshot. Why is Deadshot such a freaking loser? Guy's about to make a, what do you call it? Like a soliloquy or a speech about how he wants to like kill a team of the Justice League member, right? And he's sitting there like,
That's a federal offense.
Yeah, we're ready for a rematch, Flash. A rematch with a bullet.
like, really? Harley Quinn's the only one that can pull it off, apparently, and everyone else is just losers. King Shark was probably the only redeemable character for simply not being a freaking idiot, but I guess that's because he's the bi character of all the situation, and no bi characters can ever be stupid or losers or anything. The only people who are freaking like weird, like the most unredeemable one is of course the white man, the white Australian guy with the big schnoz, like big ding dong, right? And the black dude, who are these guys get literally cucked at every turn, and it's like, no, that doesn't happen. If you look at the whole game, spoilers by the way, I'm gonna give y'all a good spoiler warning because I'm gonna talk about like all the heroes and the ending of it all. Yeah, so click off the video if y'all don't want to hear about it, but all the male characters literally get murdered. All the freaking male characters get murdered, and the one like woman. Granted, I love Wonder Woman, alright? I love what they did with the first movie of Wonder Woman. I thought that was a very cool, like, concept. You know, I'm not a total hater of, like, you know, everything DC and whatnot. And I always like the concept of, like, you know, her trying to be something, you know, trying to fit in and kind of embracing one culture while sustaining her own, right? Because she follows the Amazon ways and all this stuff, but she also has to hang around modernized people, so of course her worldviews are going to be very different. I always like to see that, but these guys can't do it. They can't do that type of Wonder Woman. And anyway, going back to it, she gets murdered, but she doesn't get murdered in the way that everyone else does. For goodness sake, they pissed on Flash, dude. Flash, one of the most iconic, polite characters known throughout the sea. I've seen videos where I didn't even know about the Flash that much, and I've seen videos on where Flash would literally help out evil people, and he wouldn't try to throw them in jail like Batman or Superman or something.
Here's the deal, buddy. Tell me where those guys went, and I promise to come see you in the hospital. We'll play darts. The soft kind. Okay?
Flash! Brainiac wondered how you got off the ship.
Speedster secret. The League doesn't leave anyone behind.
He saved our lives, yet we ended his. As honorable warriors, we will show proper respect to this fallen hero by...
Show a little class, man. That
Holy
One of these characters, he'd honestly give him a hard try chance. That shows to me like Flash is not this total jerk that walks around and tries to be somebody like tough and tries to, you know, oh, I am the law, blah 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 blah. No, Flash is like this good guy who understands that at the end of the day, like, everyone has one of those days, and maybe that some people went too far and they lost their marbles. Like, and I'll post some clips where I was like sitting on the toilet and I watched some YouTube shorts, and it's like, oh my god, that was a Flash. I never knew that. That's so heartfelt. That dude, it gave me like different perspective on Flash, because like Barry especially like was really freaking cool. Like, I never knew that. And some of these like Justice League characters were written really, really well. And I've always thought like, oh my gosh, dude, Marvel writes the good, you know, good stuff. But DC's does some really good dark, kind of like dark, kind of, how do I say this, echoey darkness. You know, it's like it's this humming darkness that like will hum throughout your life, that will make you ponder the questions while everything is quiet. Like, what would I do in this situation, or did that guy do it right in this position? It's just, and it's taking a more serious tone with superhero individuals, whilst also like trying to help you understand like this is a world of superheroes. The Green Lantern like goes on this weird edgy rant, like it starts like blurting out cuss words and all this stuff. Like,
Is it a fair fight? Y'all look pathetic. Four dipshit cons too dumb to know when they're punching above their weight.
dude, honestly, watching that, this gave me these exact vibes. Like, it does just made basically Big Smoke.
caught up in the money, the power. I don't give a shit. Oh fuck, man. Why you just didn't?
And Big Smoke wasn't a good guy. Like, they literally basically, like, I feel like they just ripped that out, be like, yo, that's what a bad guy sounds like. And fair enough, like, he is, like, getting controlled by Brainiac, but what is this? This is like, it's like taking their personality and it's just like throwing acid into them. Like, and a lot of people will tell me like, oh man, you don't like it, then don't play it. Well, you don't like what I'm saying, don't listen to this video. You don't like what I post on comments, don't watch the comments. You see how easy it is to like dismiss something? And not only that, if I don't like something, I will be vocal about it, because y'all hypocrites will tell us not to say anything, but we need to stay quiet, you know. But when something is like, oh, this is sexism, oh, this is racism, y'all will literally come out and start telling us to shut up, right? But and y'all will vocalize all that. So no, I'm not gonna stay quiet on this. It's a bunch of BS, because if I stay quiet, a lot of people will end up hating something that is truly trying to break boundaries and trying to be unique and trying to, you know, set some sort of standards or something like that. And at the end of the day, that is exactly what we need to do as gamers, as people watch movies and whatnot. Carry the standards, guys. Carry the standards for these days. For the things that you care about. Don't let someone knock you down because you don't like something, right? Carry that standard later on throughout your life, and kind of like let people push the edge. You gotta be hard but fair with some of these things. You can't just like be like, oh, no gay people in my video. Like, I don't care about that. What I care about is the fact that you guys want to post like all this crap and then say, oh no, this game is good, and then hate on the actual good game because they don't signify with your message. No, how about you just like actually think and you support games based on some of their moral and their like boundary pushing, instead of having to be like, oh no, these video games are bad because they don't follow the message, or video game is good because it does follow the message. That is such cringe like thought lining, bro. Like, and that's the same reason why y'all's like, any content y'all make is literally borderline just basic sex joke and empty hollow like people trying to tell you we're funny and quirky, right guys? It's literally the same thing that they did with the Scooby-Doo series, where now Velma is apparently some, I don't know, what is she, a lesbian, and she's of color? Look, I don't care if she's of color or whatever, fine, but like there's the whole message behind it is like, it's not fun. Everything y'all made is crap because y'all literally chill out and you don't follow up onto onto anything with actual like line pushing. Nothing feels like alive. It feels so dead and gutted out. You can't be this because it doesn't follow this market. Put some racism in your dude. Do something where guys like I don't know are like pushing the lines of like these boundaries, but in the end they're trying to do it for a good reason. Have it like that. Oh no, the racist is always evil. The bigot is always the hatred part, and it's just like, bro, this is so like one-sided. Like there are people I watch that I don't agree, like on YouTube or Twitch or whatever. I don't agree with them 100%, but by gosh, dude, like I know they mean well, and by the end of the day, this is literally what this world is trying to like, kind of I notice push people down a narrative line, right? Of you, if people don't agree with you, you gotta push against them so fucking hard, because at the end of the day, they must agree with the bottom line. If they don't agree with the bottom line, they're evil and must be like destroyed. And it's become so bad that the people on the other side, which are open-minded, are starting to be like, oh, is it woke? It's bad. Oh, like we don't want to be like that, but you know why we're becoming like that? Because we're being pushed into a wall like that. If it is woke, oh, we don't want to support anything like that because we know we won't be able to breathe, we won't be able to do anything if we don't protect what we believe in. Because while we're keeping an open mind, and the other ones are like, the other side is letting basically all our opinions go to waste, we won't have a leg to stand on in the future because we're giving everything away. We're not holding anything back, or we're not holding anything for ourselves. So this whole woke games crap that's just happened, like, it's just ridiculous, man. Superman gets like murdered in the most easiest way, and the battle with Brainiac is literally just a fight with Flash all over again. And a lot of people even pointed it out, like, Flash can dodge bullets, yet you kill the thing, you kill Flash with bullets and some technological doohickey that like this kind of like disorients Speed Force, and it's just like, alright, I guess, but like there's so many different ways you guys could have wrote that. And in fact, the only thing I really have an issue is like with is like none of the superheroes like the superheroes that like they worked with, that they were fighting. None of them. You guys have nothing to say against like. You have nothing to say for some of these superheroes that like y'all fought. The Flash never saved anybody that you might have cared about. The Green Lantern never saved anybody that you might have cared about. Superman never saved anybody or protected the town from your antics, and you never felt bad about it. It makes these villains so cartoonish because there's no way. Like, dude, I've hated people, but even my take on it is like, I don't hate people to hate people. I hate people because they spread lies, and then I want them to get better. I want them to. If they do say the truth, I want the truth to come out. I don't want someone's like lies to be the definition of reality. That's my whole take on it. And I imagine some of these villains or side villains or sidekick villains or pseudo villains, they don't feel the same way. They don't feel the way that these guys are written in this game. Like, everything's all cartoonishly evil. Like, oh, the Flash has always been bad, I'm gonna take a piss on him. Like, really? He's always been bad? He's never helped you out with anything? Never. He's the bad guy, the canonical bad guy? He's that evil? Well, okay, well, what about Green Lantern? He's also that? Like, I'm sorry for him on my it's just annoying. And not only that, like, I know the guy for Batman just died, and what really pisses me off is that like a lot of people will defend like this game, and just imagine the last piece of like artistic media as an artist. I'm talking to y'all artists out there. Just imagine the last freaking thing you ever made did so horrible, and that is what you're known for to anyone growing up. Because all these youngins, they're not coming out watching old Batman. They're coming out watching new Batman, and new Batman is a joke, and that's what they're gonna see whenever they watch you. They're like, oh. And the first impression is what really sets the stage for everything. So that's what they're going to see, and they're going to laugh at that, and they're not going to understand that like there's been such a great artistic history behind. Now, thankfully, I feel, because I've grown up with Batman, not grown up, but I've watched Batman when I was younger, and I've watched it with my mom, and For me, the old Batman is the Batman, right? And they're not gonna ruin this image of Batman for me. But I just hate it that this man had to die on this hill. Now, no, and I heard an expression like or a comment that says no one forced him to do it. And you're right, no one forced him to do it. You know, he was collecting on paycheck. Fair enough. There's something to be said about there. But at the same time, is this really what we want to end our freaking legacy? They drag our heroes, our fictional heroes to the podium, right? And they just piss on them, just beat them up, strip them naked, and throw them over there, and throw them in front of us at our feet, and basically say, "This is what we can do. This is what we're gonna do with your heroes, with the things that you love. This is what we're gonna do." And at the end of the day, is that really fine? Is that what you want out of life, dude? Because for me, that pisses me off. That pisses me off that they can take iconic heroes that other kids grew up with, right? Some individual who Batman actually like and maybe impressed, or someone who like watched Batman and got affected by it, even though they lived a hard life. They kind of like read in the morals and they took it to heart. Is this really who you want? This is the last thing that you want to freaking see? This is the harumph for your heroes. This is what you want to watch. Like, this is why I say scream about it, complain about it. Don't let these guys freaking shut you down. Complain about it as much as you can. Be upset, be annoyed, be just and vote with your money, right? You don't like what it is? Stop buying these products. Don't give them a freaking inch and complain about it and be like, y'all destroyed the thing that used to make my childhood and will make my son's or daughter's childhood, special. Y'all destroyed that right in front of my very eyes, and y'all dare ask me to pay for this crap, and then y'all dare to shove it down our throats saying, no, you will comply? No, forget y'all. Forget y'all. This is disgusting. I can't believe y'all did this to our heroes. To our heroes like Superman, who has already one of the most tragic like backstories, and yet still tries to come out on top with a kind heart, right? Granted, he still makes mistakes. Same thing for any of these heroes. They're already human, and all these villains were already fleshed out. And doing this, like the writing for it, and a lot of people tell me, no, it's not the writers' fault. Dude, someone literally had to sit there in a playing room, write this down, and say, okay, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. Just realize someone had to write out a planning thing. They had to write the story and then setting that out, and then they had to read the story, follow through every step of the way, and no one had said anything about it. Not only that, they were hesitant to give the game to actual like good what is it? I don't know what publishers, whatever. Not publishers, but like reviewers. They were hesitant to give the game out to anyone who was actually going to give the honest opinion because they wanted to scam you. That is disgusting. And every dev, every person involved with this should be ashamed with yourselves. Bro, I didn't like the job that I was at. I quit that job, went to another job. Bro, like, you don't have to comply with this crap. A lot of the people that left that were OGs, they left because of this crap, I guarantee it. Or maybe something else happened, but they didn't stay there, and they didn't like bow down to this BS and say, "Oh no, this is good. I'm gonna keep eating it. This is delicious." Meanwhile, they're eating the bugs, bro. You're eating bugs, and you're saying it's good slop. No, it's not. Stop it, bro. Stop it. Stop freaking lying. And anyone defending this crap, and I know a lot of it's been botted on Steam because all these reviews say, "Oh no, it's good. It's 85% good on Steam," with such a small margin of actual players. It just blows my mind. It's like, dude, they're lying. They're lying when you actually have other reviews that literally have been played way more, right? And have way more reviews and give you such a better what do you call it? Opinion. All right, let's read some of these Steam comments because they're freaking hilarious. Let's go back to the top real quick. And they're literally deleting reviews. There are way over 7,000 reviews as of morning, and currently down to 1.7k. Oh, that's crazy. Alright, maybe that's why everyone's leaving a positive review. Okay, alright, I like this top one. That gives some info. But listen to this. Reject Suicide Squad, embrace Batman Arkham. Positive. Positive review. Wait for a discount. Positive. It's fun, but it's not $70 fun. Positive. A fun game, but not worth $70. Alright. Positive. People are gonna love this game when it's $30. Positive. It's a good game, just not $70 good. So wait for the price drop. Oh, dude. So I like these. I like these guys. They're freaking hilarious. You do indeed kill the Justice League. Positive. Recommended it. Isn't Deadshot supposed to be white but ranks a menace? Positive. If you like looter shooter, 10 out of 10. Great game. If you want action adventure, 5 out of 10. Wait for discount. Dude, I'm not gonna. It's too much to read. I'm just like skimming through this. Positive, not bad, but not really good either. Story and visuals are fantastic, but the gameplay is pretty boring. Jump to a point. Point A, kill a bunch of purple guys. Now go to point B, kill a bunch of purple guys. Maybe this time a red guy who just spice it up. It's just no name. Margarine on play, white bread, thumb sideways, bite on sale. This man, okay, that's fair. That's a fair assessment. Suicide Squad review, good things. Oh god, no, dude, I can't. Give me short ones. Jeez, I thought it was 85%. What? Why am I just getting negative? Is there any way to like filter it? Just like good reviews top, mostly helpful, all time. But this is dude. Thank you, Steam. Thank you, Steam. Steam, thank you. Any of the YouTubers depressed right now? Go to your Steam right now and watch the reviews. These gamers are real, bro. I love you guys. Sorry this review took so long, and thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a good one. Bye.